Hello, and welcome to another episode of FreebieTV. We are your discount daddies, Mitch and Alec, here to bring you the latest in Gamepass news and our impressions on what's come to the service lately. So, without getting too long in the tooth, let's get right to it.
Yeah, July's been a little bit of a slow month, but that's not really a cause to complain for me. I mean, think about it. We've had the EA, Bethesda, we had the E3 day one releases. It's not like we don't have enough to talk about here, you know?
For real. For example, The Medium, that came out, I want to say in January, but is now available to play through the cloud if you're a Game Pass Ultimate member, which I am thinking about getting into, and I want to do the conversion where you change your Xbox Live Gold straight to Ultimate for $1. So there might be a video coming out pretty soon about that, just showing that process and how you can save yourself a whole lot of money and get yourself a whole lot of Ultimate. That being said, you can miss The Medium. I did not like this game. It had good ideas, but its performance was and some of the story beats just didn't hit. So honestly, miss it. Don't touch it.
Also, if you want a little bit more information on this one too, you guys can go back and watch one of our earliest videos. Actually features a review on this game standalone.
Episode number 1.
That
was our first episode. However, on the brighter side, another game coming to the cloud, Dragon Quest Builders 2. Which is a game that I played, but we didn't get around to reviewing. However, honestly, when I was playing it, I thought, wow, if I could be playing this on my Switch, I think I'd be a lot more compelled to continue it. And now that it's on your phone, I might get a little clip to put on either side of my phone and hold it like a controller. And there you go. I can play that save that I've already started on the go on my phone. It doesn't feel like a console game. Any game that has most of its stories delivered through text, I kind of get that feeling. You know, without voice acting and good story presentation, it feels like I'm just spamming through text, waiting to get to the next segment where I can run around and actually play the game.
Yeah, that's fair. And then after that, we're looking at EA Sports UFC 4.
Yep, only coming to console. I don't think this ever came to PC, period.
I don't think so either. But you know what? That's fine by me. I might be open to trying this because I haven't actually played anything in the UFC franchise. But just as a general rule, the EA Sports franchises, they're just not for me. It's one of those titles where they make such small incremental changes from year to year. It's like I can't see myself getting excited about the new installment of UFC, just like I can't get myself excited for marginally better Madden that's released this year.
Exactly. Like UFC is a little different. They don't do yearly releases, and I know there are a lot of people who are really big fans. And even when I look at it and what I see, it looks pretty good to me. I'm not a fan of the sport. I don't have a console. It's not going to be for me, but I'm sure someone's excited. I'm sure someone is.
But the next one on this list, Bloodroots. My God, does that look like a fun game? Holy cow! The entire concept of everybody dies in one hit, but so do you. So the entire principle of the game is tying together combos and getting across the map all in one shot, taking out everybody as you go. It looks so much fun.
It really does. It gives me like a Hotline Miami on meth, which that game already looks like it's on meth. So double meth Hotline Miami in Cowboy Town is Bloodroots.
Yeah, it looks absolutely chaotic, and I think I'm gonna love it.
Put that on the back of the box. Following hot in the footsteps of Bloodroots, Tropico 6, another game that I haven't really touched, which is the beauty of Game Pass. It looks to be like a satirical take on, dictatorships, which, everybody thinks those are hilarious, right?
It's like SimCity for your Banana Republic. Yeah, I really think that this one's kind of in my vein too. Like, I'm a big fan of those games, City Skylines. I mean, Sim City before that all went to hell. Factorio, just these building and management games are great, and I love them. And I think the satirical twist that Tropico takes on that really kind of appeals to me. I'm surprised I haven't gotten into the
Yeah,
genre
who knows?
already.
Maybe this is your next addiction.
Could be.
Hopefully. That's always fun.
Oh yeah, Farming Simulator. I've messed around with a couple of these games briefly. Like, don't get me wrong, like they're fun. It's fun to like drive around in a big tractor, and it kind of has elements, of course, of that building and management sort of thing going on. But this is one of those games that I think mostly just appeals to like fans of the genre and enthusiasts of farms and agriculture and farming equipment that kind of just really enjoy in-depth realism in this sort of thing. I find it hard for me to relate to this sort of content here.
Yeah, I don't have fucking anything to say about this game. I have like those horses look majestic, but I feel like those horses got downgraded on release.
I learned my lesson about Farming Simulator. I don't have to go back. Screw that.
All right. That is everything that's been announced for the next couple weeks for Game Pass, whether it be console, cloud, or PC. That's what we've got coming.
All right, so now's the part where we actually know what we're talking about, kind of.
Let's not go that far, but we've played these. We have opinions, and whether you care about those or not is beside the point, because we're going to talk anyway. We're going to go in chronological order of what hit the store first. First came Worms Rumble, and
that's you.
Boy, was that not necessary. Thanks, Microsoft, but no thanks. Yeah, it's a side-scroller battle royale. Well, it's also got Team Deathmatch. There's another game that came out for the PS4. I think we may have played this together way back, maybe even PS3. There was a side-scroller shooter multiplayer game that we used to play at my house, and I can't remember the name. YouTube, please God, I want to know the name of that game. Don't care about Worms Rumble, and neither should you. But what I hear is worth some people's time, Iron Harvest.
Yeah, this is one that I drafted to play, and I'm pretty glad I did it. I am a pretty big history nerd, and what I liked most about this game is definitely the setting. First of all, it's a real-time strategy game. It takes place in an alternate World War One, where the Tsar and the Kaiser both are alive and they're in power. And basically, all the tanks have been replaced by steampunk kind of walking mech tanks, and it's pretty fucking badass. I thought it worked really well. The gameplay style is almost just Company of Heroes to a T, which is fine. But the thing that I didn't like so much about it was that the cover system didn't work so well. So like the characters would be yelling all the time about how they need to be in cover, and then you would put them in cover, and then the cover system would totally like jank out on you, and they just go running into the enemy lines, or the enemy would just come running into your lines for like no explicable reason.
That
and
seems
it
odd.
just, I don't know, it's both your guys and the enemy guys, so it's not like it's unfair for anybody, but at the same time it just kind of leaves the combat to be a bit unsatisfying, and it kind of undermines some of the strategic nuance that you'd otherwise be working with. But other than that, great game. Love it. Story's good, graphics good, cacophonous hellscape of the battlefield.
Probably the best RTS to come to Game Pass in a little bit.
In a little while, yeah, I would say so.
Check it out, fans.
Yeah, sure, do it.
On to another game genre that doesn't get nearly enough love, the classic FPS with Proteus.
This is that old school cool, man. I had the good fortune this go around of having a lot of games drop that are kind of in my vein, and boy, these old school first person shooters are definitely in there for me. One of my favorite games ever, Duke Nukem 3D. Love the old Wolfenstein and Doom 3D. This is great if you're the kind of person that wants to enjoy a first person shooter without all the bloat that comes with 3D rendered models or any nuance whatsoever. And I'm being serious though. Like, Doom Eternal and Doom 2016 did a great job of capturing the spirit of old school Doom. Like, don't get me wrong, but Like, this is old school Doom.
Yeah, it's like the evolution of it, but it's actually that. Instead of being something that's trying to invoke that feeling, you have the actual thing.
Yeah, this is the real deal. And my favorite thing about this actually are the tweakables in the graphics menu. You can go in there and you can play at like a virtual 200 or 360p resolution, or you can use native resolution. You can even apply an overlay that makes it look like you're playing on an old CRT or a scanline TV.
That's fun.
Yeah, you can even decide whether you want the enemies to appear as sprites or rendered models. Like, so you
Oh
can like
wow,
really,
I can see that. I can see the differences. That's very cool.
yeah. So you have a lot of options to make some like really cool juxtapositions between like sort of that old school feel and like the new techniques that these guys have been able to apply to this sort of thing. And also, the soundtrack just slaps ass,
Does it
dude.
really? Is it going to be a new running soundtrack for me?
Yeah, it probably will.
Hell
Honestly,
yeah.
it's done by Andrew Holschel, who did the soundtrack for the Doom Eternal's Ancient Gods DLC. So
Oh,
if it's
interesting.
good,
Yeah, it took over
if
for Mick after the whole
debacle,
shenanigan falling out that they had.
yeah. So I mean, if it's good enough for Doom Eternal, it's good enough for me. It's probably good enough for your running mix too.
Moving right along, well, not quite. Need for Speed we haven't played yet, but we will be streaming it on Twitch. So if you haven't yet, go give us a follow so you can catch that live. And if it's already been a couple days since this dropped, then we probably already streamed it. Just go watch the VOD. Still give us a follow. I'll know if you don't.
This next one is one that I haven't heard of at all, but thankfully Mitch has played it. He's going to tell me all about it.
Yes, I will. Going Under is a delightful little comedy-focused dungeon crawler. You can actually check out a VOD of about an hour of playtime from Connor. He did it last Thursday for Not So Underground, one of our shows that we stream on Twitch, which again, follow us on Twitch already. What the fuck? All right, so standard dungeon crawler with a hilarious twist. You are an intern at this conglomerate that just swallows up startups. So the one you're at currently is called Fizzle, which is a seltzer / meal replacement, which already goofy. It has all sorts of great takes on regular office dynamics, like mandatory stand-ups, meetings that should be emails, terribly out of touch CEOs coming in and trying to enforce their vision on you when they don't even understand how the product works. All of that is present here, and I work in this industry, and it got honest gut laughs out of me. So it's well handled, and yeah, I mean, your internship sucks. There you go.
Yeah,
It's
this is about the right time to release something about like this. I mean, like just the frustrations that people feel dealing with this crap. I'm so surprised I haven't seen a game starring an intern yet. Like,
right. Definitely be able to relate to all of these bullshit meetings that happen to you in the game, and just like the way your boss talks down to you. It's so relatable, and it's funny, and it's decently fun. It's not like the most fun game to play, but the gameplay is enough to get you to the next laugh, which is, I think, all you can ask for in a game that's really leaning on its satire.
all right, let's just tear this next one's ass apart.
We know you're gonna hate us for this, and we don't honestly give a fuck.
Yeah, hate me too. Get in line, bro. Limbo sucks.
No. I straight up don't like this game. I think artistically, obviously, it has some merit. Like, this is aesthetically nice to look at.
Yeah.
But it's just a trial and error of walking to the right until you understand what the game actually wants you to do. It's not telegraphed, and that bugs the shit out of me.
Your skills of perception will not save you. I mean, I swear to God, like there is no hint to alert you to the fact that you're about to get killed. The only thing you can do is go ahead and let that happen to you. Just make sure you remember to jump next time. It's bullshit.
Yeah, right. Time to jump. Don't jump on the wrong thing. Jump on the wrong thing to make the right thing happen.
It just ain't fun, man.
No, it's not fun. And I love their next game so much. I love Inside. It's maybe the best side scroller I've ever played.
I should go play that one.
Yeah,
Go
play
play that one.
Inside.
Forget this garbage. Screw
Fuck
that.
this game.
Fuck that. Yeah. Now that that's out of the way, for those of you who are staying with us after that, Bug Fables. This one
Bug
just looks adorable.
Fables. The everlasting sapling. And it is. It's so charming. It's a fan project that turned into a Kickstarter that is trying to encapsulate the magic of Paper Mario and the Thousand Year Door. That is a game that I have not played. So there's a lot of things that I won't immediately be able to draw on or feel nostalgia for. And yet I'm loving this game. It's got funny writing, pretty good art. It definitely looks like paper come to life, which is the goal. And the combat is done in a turn-based style, but with each attack or defensive turn, there are inputs that you'll do to either take less damage or do more damage, and have different things occur during the fight that benefit you. And what that does is it makes turn-based combat feel more active for me, and it's kind of like a little mini game with each attack that I'm choosing.
Yeah, that sounds pretty cool, man. And that's kind of like, I did do a little bit of research on this one, and the general consensus is that this is a very successful homage to Paper Mario, and I think that's great.
Yep,
Like,
it's sitting
how
at
can
something
you go
like a
wrong?
90%, maybe even higher on Steam for fan feedback. Let me check. We're gonna real time fact checking Mitch. We're fact checking Mitch.
A few moments later.
98%.
Oh my god!
Yeah,
Wow.
people like this game, and you will too. Please try this. Next up on the list, we have a fan favorite, Gang Beasts, not to be outdone by Party Animals, coming day one sometime next year to Game Pass or whenever. Gang Beasts, the original in this genre, that genre being flappy arm, goofy fucking shit. I really was excited to play this, to be honest, but for PC, the online is broken. Doesn't work.
Oof.
So
That's it.
yeah, no, that's it for me. Like I didn't have a way to play it with anybody else. I could have done Parsec and played it locally. You can still download it and play it with friends locally if you've got enough controllers. But otherwise, console users be excited. It's supposed to be great. It's very silly.
Yeah. And I mean, like, for what our opinion's worth to you, I mean, like, sure, you can do virtual with Parsec, but what that ultimately means is like some shit about your game is broken. That's points
true.
off in my book.
Yeah, no, I think that's fair. So PC, Xbox, I actually don't know. So
You tell us. Wouldn't that be fun? All right, so clearly this run here has been pretty heavy on the strategy games, and of course here we have Immortal Realms Vampire Wars. Now this differs from Iron Harvest because it's not a real-time strategy game. It's actually a turn-based strategy game. It takes place in an alternate 1400s sort of feudal society where vampires rule over a human race that are kind of kept as livestock, right? And the humans rise up, and you play as the vampire faction, actually, at least right out of the gate. You might, if you guys have seen a couple of these videos, you might remember my review of Wargame Red Dragon. The first map phase of this gameplay kind of reminds me of that, whereas, the battle phase where in Wargame it was an RTS, this stays in the turn-based zone with special cards that you can use for special attacks and different units and stuff. And all of that actually works really, really well. That is some good gameplay mechanics going on right there. But this completely falls apart for me because the cutscene animations are fucking hilariously bad. The voice acting is just god awful, and the setting, at least like the way it's presented, like, I got nothing against vampires. I'm not like a vampire fanboy, but I'm open to it. I got no problem with that. You got to see it for yourself. It's just super cringy sometimes.
This was the game I was most hopeful for from your batch. I knew Iron Harvest wasn't going to go my way. I knew the same Well, I knew Proteus was the opposite. I knew I was going to play that eventually. This was the dark horse where I like card-based games. I like turn-based games. I thought that maybe this would kind of be some weird mutant baby that I could grow to love, but kick that baby in the dirt.
Well, I mean, it could be if you can get past some really cringy dialogue and storyboarding and stuff like that, you might like it. But overall, for me, it's just kind of generally lacking in quality in some places. And I would rather play like any number of RTS or turn-based strategy games that are, especially considering the amount that are available on Game Pass and EA Play, before I go, hey, you know what I would like to do today is play some Immortal Realms. For me, it's a no.
Kick that baby in the dirt. All right, and that is it. That's everything that's coming out in the next week or two, along with our impressions on everything that's come out in about the last 2 to 3 weeks.
So, hey, Mitch,
yeah?
What have you been playing a lot on Game Pass lately?
Okay, that's a good question. What are our top picks? I've got 2. Number 1, Yakuza 7, Like a Dragon. That game oozes charm. Is tons of fun to play. Only complaint I'll have is sometimes I don't want to sit down and have a 30-minute cutscene to start off my gameplay session, but that's not the game's fault necessarily. Number 2, Halo Master Chief Collection.
Always.
Old reliable. Can't beat it. Can't get enough of it. SWAT with the squad. It's just something that we love doing. It's such a great way to just hang out and talk.
Absolutely.
What about you?
I have been, as you know, playing quite a bit of Knockout City with you and Justin. So that's when I'm not playing Halo with you guys, that's what I'm doing. But as far as solo dolo, man, I actually went back to Slime Rancher, and I'm pretty deep into that. That's a
hell yes.
That is a cute game. It's so adorable.
I love Slime Rancher.
It's so much fun.
Justin got all the way through to the ruins in like 6 hours. Justin, I don't know if our viewers will be familiar. He's been on a couple of FreebieTV segments. He'll be on our stream with Need for Speed.
He's a fucking machine at Slime Rancher.
Yeah, he's the slime king. All right, and that's the show. Make sure to like, subscribe, comment with what you liked or what you didn't. Hit that little bell. Tickle that little bell so you get notified the next time we're putting... Don't do that hand motion. I saw that shit. But yeah, get notified when we're putting out new stuff. Goofs, shorts, longer Let's Plays. When we're streaming. We're doing a lot of stuff over here, and we're having fun and would like to have fun with you.
Yeah, so thanks for watching, guys, and we'll get you next time.
Adios!
Peace.